What's going on? Welcome to another episode of the RFL show. This is the week 2 recap. If you're not familiar with the RFL, this is a 24 team content creator league with two separate 12 team conferences. Each team, 6 teams will make the playoffs from each conference. Next year, they will make a super superior Champions League. The 6 teams that don't make the playoffs from each conference will then make a relegation league. From there on, we will promote, demote, and relegate teams to make room for fresh blood. And that's just how it's going to go, man. So thank you for joining. This is all about accountability, credibility, and to see who's the best out there. I appreciate all 24, all 23 pages that participate and that are willing to put their names on the line. I got my brother from another mother, Colorado's finest, formerly New York, but Colorado's finest, High Society Fantasy Football. What's going on with you, brother?
How's it going, everybody? What's up?
We got you in there. How you holding up?
I'm holding up all right, man. I'm a little beat up about the standings on my side right now. It's tough looking in the mirror, but I'm hopeful still.
Hey, it's still early.
Yeah, I'm a veteran now. I try not to panic when it's week 2, man. Even if I'm like a little bit like, it's not going the way I want. You still got so much time.
Still got plenty of time to make moves. We got this week's highest score. Last week we had Gator join us. This week the King Raven himself, Mr. 172, highest score, overall highest score so far this early season. We got Big Sean of the Birds and Bolts podcast. Hey, what's the Lamar 8 on them? What's going on?
How's it going, man?
First, what's going on, fellas? You know I had to come in with the Birdman rub. You know I got the Birdman.
You have to.
Nah, what's up, fellas? How y'all feeling?
Surviving, great, man. Surviving. Yeah, I mean, we woke up. You know, if we're gonna be honest, we woke up. We can be real and authentic. We woke up. You know, we
real. Not a lot of people didn't say that.
Some leagues, you know,
the rest is gravy. You know.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's talk about that 172, sir. We can get right into it. I got the Stars League up. Let me scroll to it. But how you feel about that, man? You lost week 1 and then came back in a major way week 2. Where's it at? I thought I just there it is. You put it on the defending champ.
That was the Jerry Goff, Amon-Ra St. Brown.
They were cooking, dude.
They were cooking, bro, like barbecue chicken. It was personal, like you said, and I knew that was gonna happen. See, now I'm hurting for running backs though, so I'm at to thug it out, right? So Joe Mixon coming back. I gotta wait on that. Aaron Jones is on IR now, so I'm stuck. So I'm looking at it like, but it's only week 2, so I ain't really worried about it. I don't really make no major moves, bro. I was 0-4 in one of my flea flicker leagues and came back and made a playoff, so none of that scares me. I've been around the block too many times.
Yes, sir.
Too long. I only get scared when you get to like week 6, 7, 8. Then I'm panicking. I'm on panic mode.
Yeah, if you're looking at like 1-6, then you're in trouble. Otherwise, 1-3, you could recover. You could always recover.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta make certain moves. Your moves gotta be like crisp. Gotta be crisp.
Yeah, you gotta be hungry. As soon as you start slipping, you gotta really just be hungrier than anybody else if you want to have a chance to make it back.
That's why it was so important with this win. I started 0-3, 0-4 last time, and I said I can't do that again. I was hungry and had made the right trade at the right time, and it just kind of worked out. But I'm like, I'm not trying to start like that again.
Yep.
No, it's important for people not to panic. And you also, what helps me sleep at night, I'm 0-2 in that league that I drove to Los Angeles for, but I'm number 2 overall in points.
The worst, bro. That sucks.
It's the worst, but at least like there's hope.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Hope. You know, I gotta cling on to something. You know, hopefully I can get some of the lower scoring teams next. I think I played the number 1 highest scoring and the number 3 highest scoring. So I'm like, I'm gonna have to play them again, unfortunately. But at least now, hopefully, I can tread water and maybe rip off 2 in a row and be at 500 in 4 weeks.
Yeah, and you got to think about it though too. Bye week start hitting around week 5, so everybody gonna be in trouble at that point.
Right.
Everybody in trouble.
Stack up, bye week happens, and then you're gonna find out who can really fantasy football in this thing.
Yeah,
the depth will come into play.
Yes.
This is
Yes.
perfect scenarios right now. So I don't
No.
really panic. Of course, you want to get off to a good start. It's like anything, right? If you play any kind of sport, you play anything, you want to get off to a good start. That's just
Right.
what it is. But like you said, to your point, there's gonna be a tell who's who, making moves, doing what. Go and find somebody deep in the RB pile. There's a bunch of garbage right now. A bunch
Yep.
of garbage right now.
Yeah.
You gotta go deep and find one.
I really tried to ship Jonathan Taylor in the Stars League, and I couldn't get any bites. I was afraid he wasn't going to do well against. I was going to
Man,
say
I would have been.
Colorado against
I
Denver.
would have been. I guarantee I'd have been. I said I'd have told you to step into my office.
It,
I told you like this.
it
Step on into my
all
office.
all the trading pages are in the Stripes League. That's what I being
Ooh.
able to see both. You guys got all the stock market. You guys are crunching numbers and trade offers. Hey, check your DM. Check your DM. Over here, it's like
Yep.
packages going by. In the Midwest, it's a slow league. It's a slow league. I made one trade, and I don't know. I traded R.J. Harvey and Jordan Mason for Hampton. R.J. Harvey don't look like the guy, but now that Aaron Jones is out,
Yep.
Jordan Mason might be that dude.
That that's it. That injury changes that trade, obviously.
Yeah, it
It
does.
does.
It does.
It does.
Hampton isn't getting the volume that I expected. I'm still
Yeah.
hopeful. There's a guy looking to trade JSN, and I'm trying to package, trying to make a package for JSN.
You
He's
looking to trade
super,
JSN?
super deep at wide receiver, and he
Oh, okay.
desperately need. He's starting Jerome Ford.
Oh wow, definitely needy. Yeah, you got to have one at that point.
At this point, and I think he's got St. Brown, he's got Tech, he's got Coleman, he's got
Oof.
JSN, and he's got another receiver. Like all his bench receivers are lighting it up, and it's like, dude, you might well just part ways with JSN, with your wide receiver too.
Right. At that point, yeah, you got to lose a little bit if you want to gain something at that position you really need. Like,
Yeah.
Right. Plug in Tech, plug in Coleman off the bench. Tech
And
for
right.
that's what I'm
400
looking at
yards.
right now.
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking at right now. I said with the injuries I got, I might have to make a move that I don't want to make right now.
Yeah,
But I did it for a reason in the draft the way I did it. Because guys in the draft were stacking on running backs. I just kept stacking the wide receiver. So
mm,
something gotta
Yep.
give. Something gotta give.
Right.
right.
Yeah. I mean, at
Right.
that point, because if they're taking running backs, they're reaching on running backs, stack the value. That receiver's hanging around.
hmm
Take them, and somebody's going to need them.
hmm
Yeah.
Or in
You
my
know,
case, I'm gonna need a running back. So
Yeah. Make that. Yeah. Look to make that
Mhm.
flip early when you got a guy who's riding high.
well, that's
Mhm.
why I like to do a five bench, one IR, just so the waiver wire stays a little juicy later into the season. Because I find when you have a deep bench
Mhm.
option, the waiver wire dries up like week 6, week 7. I mean, it's
Oh
just.
yeah.
But with the five, the waiver wire is still relevant. You still want to save your priority at least up until week 10. Not save it, but what I mean, you want to monitor it and pay attention to it instead of
Because you can't keep
every week
everybody.
putting in. Yeah,
hmm
yeah,
You
Right.
can't keep everybody because all Joe's gonna do is hold on to him, and then when they got him, man, I'm gonna need this, and this. Wait a minute.
yeah.
wait,
Wait a
wait a
minute.
minute.
Yep. Yeah. No.
Why we
The
need
yeah.
this, and this when he at the bottom of your bench? What
Yeah.
are we doing?
The free agent pool's looking good, man. I'm used to being in leagues that are a little bit deeper, so
Me too.
it changes everything when you have it set this way, which is cool. It's a good challenge because I like to stash guys, I like upside guys, I like to be like just hoarding guys. So
Right.
yeah, for me it's definitely different and a different challenge to have a shorter bench, and it's fun though. I do enjoy it because I'm always looking at the wire. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love the shorter benches. I was in a 14 team league with no bench,
Right.
and
Oh
we had to
wow.
figure it out. Like we're not no bench, but you know what I mean. Like very little bench. There
Very
yeah,
wasn't
little
much in the
nothing.
bit.
waiver pool. So we had to
Yeah.
just figure it out and see what happens. I'm just like, I love the shorter pools because now it makes guys make decisions because that'll really show if you can make the right decision, right? Because sometimes, now granted, injuries happen, like we talked about.
Yeah.
Sometimes things happen, but it'll really show if you make a trade, if you got to drop a guy, if you sitting on Tech and then you sitting on T Mac and then you sitting on, I don't know, JSN. You
Yep.
gotta make a decision. What you gonna go drop one and go pick up the guy that you want? Or you gonna trade one? Like what you gotta do?
And you
It
got
forces you
Amon
to handle.
Ra, and you still got Amon Ra.
Bruh,
Like,
Yep.
that's crazy work. So I love the
Same.
fact that
oof,
short bench. I love it because
yeah,
it makes guys sit there and say, like he just said, like how Saudi just said, he like the stash guy said, no, hell no, I'm gonna go put them back out there and let's figure it out. You gotta make
yeah.
a decision and see how this waiver wire work because the waiver wire flips. Let's see how this
Yeah.
works. You might be week 10. You might be 10 now. You might not get nothing.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
And then I was going to say, though, real quick, it's so funny how quickly that narrative changes with Detroit, after that first week. And Amon-Ra sucks and Goff and is the coordinator. They can't score points. And then, that early in the season, you get that early judgment. And you're like, oh, my God, everybody's freaking. And they come out and they drop 52 on everybody and just go insane.
Shut them right up. Shut them right up.
Well,
That's what he wanted.
I saw that
I'm gonna tell you.
Packers defense post I did. It's like maybe it's the Packers defense just shutting down. They had Washington at 3 points at halftime. They
That's
made McDaniels look regular as well.
Bro, they're good. They are legit
maybe
good.
it wasn't Goff. Maybe just give some credit to the defense.
Now, but I said Green Bay's defense is actually good. I'm gonna tell you also the reason why Green Bay look better than the Bears. The Bears, not worried about the Bears, is because you got to think about the inside pressure. The Lions lost Frank Wagner.
Yep.
They lost Kevin Zitler, right?
Valid, yeah.
So those are solid guys. Frank Wagner, the center, is the anchor of your offensive line.
Yeah.
You saw what
Rashad.
You saw what happened when they lost him, right? The Bears don't have nobody that I'm just worried about like that besides Montez Sweat. And I'm not really worried about him like that either. You got Rashawn Gary, you got Lucas Van Ness, down the line, Michael Parsons. Rashawn Gary made a tackle with Tyler Decker on him. But we got him with a paw.
Right.
That is not fair.
No, you're right. You're right.
They got some freaks. They got some freaks over there, man. People are going to start noticing.
Yes. They're going to have to realize that. All you got to do is pressure Goff from the inside. You can't really mess with Sewell too much and Decker too much. But you got to get him from the inside because you got Tate Rutledge, the rookie from Georgia. You got Graham Glasgow, who's okay, but he ain't all that.
That's the thing. If you can get to Goff, and if you can get to him early, he just, like Peyton Manning, he just wants to drop down and give up.
Yeah.
He's a statue. He's a statue.
Yeah. He's like, nah, no, thanks. I'm good.
No, but to your credit, High Society, people jumped on that witch hunt real quick. Packers had the number 3 fantasy football defense, and then they add Micah Parsons.
Exactly right.
Come on.
All right, so let me ask y'all this about: do we panic or do we patient on Killer Williams in there? Panic or patient?
You're saying Williams, the Rams?
No, Caleb Williams, the quarterback
from Chicago.
Oh, Caleb. I think for fantasy he'll be okay. I don't think in real life he looks like the guy to me, just because he's so comfortable just being soft so much of the time. And I liked him coming out. I like him as a prospect, and I still think that his talent is there, but I just don't know if he has the mental makeup to to make that work long term. I mean, I hope he proves me wrong, but I just haven't seen that fire in him yet.
He's the Carl Anthony Towns of the NFL. He's a Gen Z quarterback, and he's not the guy. He's not the guy for fantasy football and real football, two separate things.
Yep.
He could be relevant especially in a super flex, but he don't seem like he has that toughness.
Exactly right. Yeah, I mean, at this point, you're that prospect. You're the guy. You're getting all the buzz. You had a bad year. They literally bring in. You've got weapons out the ass. They get that offensive line like perfect. You can't complain about it at all. They're giving them all day. You get the best offensive mind in the game to lead it, to lead you in terms of, he's your coach. He's like your everything. And you got the best one, and you still come out and do the same stupid things that you do and choke games away and make bad plays late, and you don't seem to care when you're out there. So to me, I want to see a little bit of fire. I want to see a comeback win. I want to see something like he gives a shit.
I feel like Ben Johnson is first year head coach, right? He won't be the head coach, the play caller. I'm more patient on it right now. It's simply because of that, and the fact that he had 2 head coaches in 2 years and 3 offense coordinators. That's not a recipe for nothing. It ain't a recipe for nothing, but to be garbage. And so him and Rome Duzé, I don't know what's going on because Rome and cooking. Him and Rome got a whole connection. But him and DJ Moore, I don't know. I feel like
they need to trade more for Tyreek Hill.
Ooh.
Love that.
They're both not happy. Swap them straight up.
That's actually not that bad while you playing.
It came to me in my sleep, man. It came to my sleep. DJ Moore for Tyreek Hill.
I love that deal, bro. I think both sides would be happy because I think a lot of it is mindset right now. Like, DJ Moore was frustrated last year. It's so many games where his body language was like, "Bro, are you serious?" And then you saw Williams miss him down the left sideline there, like a
Bruh,
wide
missing.
open,
Oh.
primetime game. You missed your man. Literally got 5 steps on the DB. Obviously he's not like thrilled about it. So yeah, I mean, that would be a sweet swap, man. Get Tyreek and DJ Moore, a couple new homes, and let's see what they can cook up.
And Miami can't cook up nothing. I'm gonna tell you that now.
Yeah, Miami looks rough right now.
But yeah,
Let's
but as
get into
far
this
as
league real quick. We
let's do
got
it.
Gator. Hey, Gator! Shout out to Gator. He's number 1 in points, and he's got least. Looks like he's least in points against. So he's living up. Yeah, he brought right there in the bottom in points against. We got 4 undefeated teams, 4 teams 1-1, and 4 teams 0-2. So it's a chance. High Society. I didn't know you was at the bottom, man.
Yeah, dude, I'm in the basement right now, bro. I lost by 1 the first week, and then this past week my team didn't show up after the 1 p.m. game. So, yeah, I'm repping. I'm in the basement right now, so I'm looking to put in that work, man. Get in the win column.
I thought you were like 10 or 9 or 10. I didn't realize you were there. My bad to call you out, but I know you're gonna like the storm. You get the game done.
Yeah, I like a good challenge, bro. I'm gonna have to bounce back from it.
Yeah, I love a good challenge. This is a challenge. I love it.
Oh, my defending champ, Poor Real, man. He's got 336 points against. I don't think anyone else has 300.
Damn.
And a large part of that is 172. Our guest today, 172, got dropped on him.
It was bad because I know he was sick watching that.
Yeah,
I flipped it over and I was looking at because I'm in like 7 leagues, so I'm going through all my stuff. And I'm just like, ooh, he's sick. I wouldn't even I would just turn my whole team off, just delete my team.
Right? Hey, just
I'm about to
chalk
do
up
this.
the L and start anew next week. It's a new day.
Yeah, just start over.
Yes, sir. Got to start next week 1-0 for me.
Yeah.
We talk about that playing football. We play any type of sport, especially football. They always say 1-0, 1-0, and that's just how it is. That's real life for real. You gotta start next week 1-0. You gotta just take it a game at a time, a week at a time. I'm not for me. I'm not going to say too much because it's still early. Now, if it was like later on the season, I might get. Depending on where I'm at, I might talk to them. It's still too early. You come in here talking this early and fall flat on your face, man. That's a rescue.
Yes, sir.
No, I'm with you. This is the second week in a row on the Stars side, on the Stars conference, where the number 1 highest score is in the Stripes League, but number 2 and number 3 between all 24 teams, number 2 and number 3 have played each other in back-to-back weeks. I think last week, Craze and Goal, it was like a 3-point difference, and that was the second highest and the third highest between all 24. We got another one right here. The second highest behind you, Big Sean, was Gage Goal. He had 162.8, and he barely beat Dynasty Life. Shout out to Stevie, 160.10. So that's the number 2 and number 3 overall played against each other. They both dropped 160 plus.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Shout out to Stevie, man, my guy.
Man. So that's the cold world. We got 2 90s right here. Brother Fox got the third dub.
I don't know who I saw, and I think it was on our side of the bracket. Man, when I saw somebody lost by point something, those are the ones that hurt the most. I'd rather get blown out. I'd rather get destroyed. I'd rather lose by 2. You lose by 0.6. I'm just like, I'm sick.
Yeah, bro, it's tough to sleep on those nights, man, when you get those like that, because it's just such a roller coaster. Because at one point you're feeling pretty good, and then at one point you feel like, oh man, I'm screwed, and then you're kind of just like waiting, and all of a sudden you get your heart ripped out. You're like, bro, what the, like what do I do now,
bro? Anything under a point, let me lose. Let me at least lose by a whole point.
Right?
That'd be sick.
Yeah.
Oh. I feel bad for whoever that was. I forgot who that was. I said, man, I wouldn't want to look at my team this week.
Yeah, exactly. Nah, hell no. But no, you did your thing though, man. You bounced back. You got a nice squad.
I had to do something, man. I was debating those Jared Goff or Jordan Love, because Jordan Love still did well as well.
He balled out, but he had at least like 20 something, mid-20s.
Yeah, and I was like, man.
But
But I
yeah,
said, you know what?
Goff was just tearing it up, bro. He was so pissed. You know, he just came out like, I'm just gonna shut everybody up today.
And it was the Bears and Ben Johnson, so you know they were ready to.
Yeah, the extra motivation. Yeah,
Yeah, they make sure you say, I don't know why he left, and then went over there and that took that
yeah,
guy.
yeah. And then you just see Ben Johnson in the interview after, like, man, what the hell am I thinking doing this?
Because like I don't understand why first year head coaches take on all their responsibility. They take on the play calling, they play on like all
Yep.
that. That's a lot to handle as a first year head coach.
Yep. I mean, and then you got to factor like he was coming in there with a mindset that he was gonna be a mentor for Caleb Williams. So then you're
Hmm.
like, okay, so you only got so much time, right? If you're gonna pour it all into Williams, if you're gonna call the plays, if you're gonna lead the troops late in the game, you want to be the Belichick, you want to win the game. Like you can't do everything and have it work because it's just going to be too much, man. Like you got to put some on somebody's plate.
Exactly. And then on top of that, you trying to undo what Eberflus did. Ew.
Yeah, that's a tall task, bro. You can't
That's a
just come
tall
in
task.
and do it like that.
Yeah, because or how my boy Ant do it. Ooh, you know, he doing it with anything with Eberflus.
Yep.
Mm-mm, you can't do that. And the same thing that you saw with in the Dallas game, how bad Eberflus defense is.
Yeah, no doubt. Some guys are just not meant to be head coach, man. He was one of those
Yeah.
guys. You look at him like, dude, he's just acting like a joker. He don't even care they're losing. They're doing the dumbest shit.
Oh boy, that's what I said. So Ben Johnson, like I said, I still believe in Killer Williams for now. I think we're so quick to either, and not just that's why I love my podcast, not just because of fantasy purpose. But I feel like we're so quick to pull the plug, like you said, when Detroit on
Yep.
somebody when it, oh no, this ain't it. After a
So
couple
fast.
weeks,
Yeah.
we're so fast. Same thing we want to. I mean, we want to see Jackson Dart right now. Don't put Jackson Dart in that garbage.
Right, exactly right, man. You're putting him in a situation to fall on his face for what? Because the fans
For-
want to come watch him for like 2 games till they're like, damn, this dude sucks. Because you
yeah,
put him into a fucking circus.
exactly. And then you saw the Giants schedule. Like, why would I hate? We're so just because you pick them high. Every every great quarterback besides Joe Burrow was sitting behind somebody for a year.
Yeah, agreed. Like you mentioned,
Lamar
Love.
Jackson sat behind Joe Flacco.
Yep.
Mahomes sat behind Alex Smith.
You could
And
tell,
Rodgers
bro, as
sat
a
for 4
Ravens fan
years.
too, bro. Like just seeing the way Lamar is with Flacco after, like he loves that dude because you know he helped him.
Yes, that and that's my point. Like Dak sat for a while.
Yeah,
Yeah, Rodgers sat for years.
dude, for a long ass time behind Favre. Yeah, he was
Jordan
bitter
Love
about
sat for
that one.
years. While we playing?
Yeah, it works. I mean,
It
there's a
works.
lot. You have to learn. You have to get a little bit like up here before you just get thrown in because you're going to get rattled if you're on a team that had the first overall pick and you don't have the support around you and your coaches aren't
Hmm.
good and they're like, just good luck, man. Good luck. Go do your best. And they're out there with a shoddy offensive line. You know, like even Cam Ward is balling. He's so good, but then you look around and his line sucks. His receivers are all dropping every pass. You know,
Bruh,
bro, this guy's out here playing like Superman, and he can't even get it in the end zone because his guys can't help him at all.
can't help him out. It's just so bad. Trevor Lawrence, he broke Jacksonville broke him.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. That was
Urban
you.
Meyer situation and Doug Peterson and all this.
Yep. Yeah. I think it's time to pull the plug, man. I feel like anytime you get an early pick where it was like a prodigy type of dude, like he was, like the leash is so long, and I think it's just been too long.
It's been way too long. That's what I said. And it hurt my fantasy because I know I picked them. I had them stashed in all my little dynasty leagues I got. I had them
Yep.
stashed. I was like, come on, get Trevor
Right.
Lawrence. Because
Yeah, because
I
he was
made
going cheap.
trades.
Yeah.
Yes. I had made trades. I said, because I had multiple first round picks making sure that I
Yeah.
go get it because I'm going to say he's going to be good.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's so tough to tell with quarterbacks, man. Even early picks sometimes. Like the only with Burrow, I feel like when they have that mental makeup where they're just like a badass dude. Like like Burrow's gonna make it. Like certain guys have that it where they're like Andrew Luck or whatever. That dude is gonna be good. But like it's so tough to tell for otherwise if it's not like one of those crazy prospects.
And I was cool with Jalen Hurts. People didn't like Jalen Hurts. People still like Jalen Hurts, but something about him. Just look at him. He makes me just want to still go run for a wall. So I don't know why.
Yep,
I'm
I
not.
know.
I don't know why. What it is. He went to Alabama, which I don't like him for that. But still,
Who do you like for college?
LSU.
Oh, okay. I like that. I
LSU
like
through and
LSU.
through.
I'm a Michigan fan, but I do root for LSU a little bit.
Nah, and y'all missed me out when y'all took Bryce Underwood.
Yeah, that was crazy, dude.
Our hot boy, hot as fish grease.
That was a huge pickup, man. I can't even believe that happened. That's wild times where you run into a situation where like this team's like, I'll just pay you a lot more money than that. Like you're like,
Man, that was
what?
crazy. The
Yeah,
NIL situation there is they got to do something about that too. But that's a whole discussion for a whole other
yeah,
day.
yeah. They had to take a while to sort through for
Yeah,
sure. But
we,
I liked Hurts coming out, but I didn't think he was as good of a passer. I didn't know if he was going to cut it in terms of his ability to pass. But as a leader and as a man and as a teammate and as a savvy quarterback, like dude, like you can't give him enough credit because like with the ability that he's got, he maximizes it every single week. He gets the best out of himself
mhm.
and everybody around him.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think that's what people don't get. Yeah, he's not the best thrower. I give you that. He's not a. I give you that. We can argue that. But at the same time, though, that what makes him that team so good. It makes him so good. He know how to
Yep.
rally. You know, how to keep AJ Brown, who's sometimes head case, in check.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You got certain things that he know how to keep in mind. And he just his and he the mean he's like, we're trying to win. I said, that's my guy. That's
Yeah.
my guy, man.
Love that, dude. I love that so much. Like, even if you come in and you have like limited, your arm isn't the strongest and you're not but like he fights and he fights and he fights. And so that makes it so that he's even above guys that have like rocket arms or crazy ability because like who he is as a man and and how he works, it just puts him in front of guys that have more talent. And that's just simply like how it works for him.
So let me ask you this because I was looking at why we think about it. Should I? I'm debating hard. Should I start Devontae Smith? Because I was sitting there, I'm looking at it, right?
Hmm.
Devontae Smith or man, what was the other one? I was trying to remember for this show because I knew I wanted to ask you.
Is it in Stripes League or is it in a different league?
Is in a different one because I don't have Devontae Smith in that one.
Where
It's
okay,
forgot what
good.
it was. I want to remember. I said, if I'm gonna ask them who did because I'm sitting here. I was looking at it like I like Smitty. I don't like the matchup that much, but he ain't been really just been eating
Yeah.
yet.
Yeah, he does what he does, man. I mean, like he'll get you whenever he's targeted, he's going to get you whatever he can. Like, he's always good for at least like a couple catches with like 40 yards, get you 7, 8, 9 points. But
Hmm.
but I feel like his ceiling is so capped when you're talking about you got an alpha in Brown, and you've got an alpha crazy running back with Barkley. You got a quarterback who also is a very good runner, and especially in the red zone, taking touchdowns away from everybody. Obviously, so I mean, like I love Smith. I loved him at Alabama. I thought he was getting slept on, obviously because of his size, but like he produced at every single level. Like he's been good always. Like you can't literally can't hate on him because he's always been good. But just the situation is like a lot of times it's the same things, with like T Higgins sometimes for me, depending on matchups. And now Burrow's out. Like his ceiling is only so high because they got a guy like Chase getting 16 targets in a game, or you got a guy like Brown who's really obviously been barking to kind of get the ball. And so like for him, he's kind of just sitting there like I'll do my job, but there's only so many balls to go around.
It is. And in the first year, he was the dominant number one before AJ got there. Oh, I remember now. Devontae Smith and DeAndre Swift. DeAndre Swift. There we go. I was thinking about it.
Bears are playing Dallas this week. I would probably go Swift.
That's what I was thinking about. But I just don't
Yeah.
want them to underwhelm because Swift can be sometime.
Yeah, he's hit or miss, but I feel like Ben Johnson is so pissed off, and I feel like the Dallas obviously got rid of Parsons. Their defense isn't anything special, and I feel like it could be a little bit of a bounce back for that offense just because Dallas isn't that great and Chicago's kind of due. And they haven't really been given Roshan or Monangai a whole lot. It has been Swift getting 20 carries or whatever.
Yeah.
If he stays with that volume, I feel like he's going to have some bigger weeks ahead. I really do.
Yeah, because I was sitting looking at it, and the Cowboys defense ain't that good, but you got Kenny Clark stuffing the run down there now. You
Yeah,
got some
true.
different things, but the secondary is horrendous. I was looking at it hard. But Swift is projected to get more points from the volume that you were talking about.
Yep.
And I think I've been flipping. I think I would probably go Swift, but I forgot who the Eagles played this week. River was the reason why I didn't want to play it. I forgot who it was. I was like,
Who does Philly play? KC last week. I haven't even looked at the schedule a whole lot for next week.
means I
But
haven't touched it this much yet. I probably was gonna touch it more tomorrow.
I think in that situation, upside is probably Swift and like floor. Smith is a good floor, but I feel like Swift has been pretty good for floor because of his touches. So for that reason, like ceiling ultimately would probably be Swift and what should be a bounce back week maybe for that offense and potentially a shootout because Dallas's offense is looking really good.
That's gonna be a problem. That offense is always gonna be a problem. As long as they're healthy, it's gonna be a problem because you can't really stop it.
You can't, bro. What are you supposed to do, man? You got Dak, who's obviously really accurate. You had an alpha with Lamb there. They throw the hell out of the ball. They bring in probably one of the best X receivers in the league, talent wise. And then I don't know, man. They just have so many weapons in that offense, and their defense just allows points. So I feel like they're bound to just score a ton. Like anybody they're playing against, it should be back and forth at least a little.
Yeah, so I might, you're convinced I think I'm gonna go Swift and just ride with the results. And that's the thing about fantasy though. Sometimes you gotta go with it and ride with it, right? Like you don't really know.
You have to. I
You
mean,
can do projections, but that don't really mean anything. You just gotta
it's tough. It's tough when you get it wrong too, man. Because there was
sit.
two leagues this week. I benched Odunze, and I would have won them both if I played him over literally anybody in my flex or my receivers. So I was gutted, kind of. When you make those decisions, you're like, yeah, let's sit Odunze. Let's just see how it goes, and then he's just like blowing up. You're like, dude, what? And then you lose by a few, bro. Man, had me.
And what's even worse than that is then put him in the following week, do nothing.
Right, exactly. Everybody's like, "Oh my God, trade for him, get him, go. He's gonna go crazy." And next week he has like 3 catches for 18 yards. You're like, "Yo, what happened?"
Yeah, he got the T Higgins numbers. Me running on the field getting cardio.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I know, man. It's so tough. Like the early hype and just in general, it's fantasy is just so tough to read sometimes, bro. Because I was going heavy all off season, doing mocks and getting my my research in and watching my college last year, learning everything I know, draft. Whatever, come in and it's just you don't know, Jacksonville's backfield. Okay, they trade tank, they do that. Like everything is just so different from the way you expect it. So it's like,
And
just gotta
I
roll
love
with
what you
it.
said. I love what you said too. I tell you, some of the great fantasy players. That's why I love this league. Even the ones, those of us that lose or whatever, we know we're still great fantasy players. So what you just said, you still got to know what's going on in college. You
Yep.
have to. I tell everybody that either new to the game or not that been playing many years, you got to know what's going on in college.
Yep. Especially if you play dynasty. If you play
And
dynasty
that's
ball and everybody's watching college, I'm in. Yeah, dynasty is my jam too, bro. So
I
yeah,
love dynasty, bro. I got 5 first-round picks this year.
in one league.
Yes,
Oh wow, bro.
bro.
That's insane.
But yeah, well, what I do is I'm always say you should see some of my rosters. I'm always flipping and flopping, right? When
Yep.
I used to
Got
be
you.
all to play, now that I can't keep all the picks, I'm not going to keep all the picks.
Yep.
So I'm going to push them back for later round picks for somebody else. So I
Yeah,
just
that's how
keep.
you got to play it.
I'm gonna keep stacking picks while I get rid of players because you're gonna keep 11 people. So we got
Right.
it to where we keep 11 people on our roster.
Oh wow, yeah, that's tough for dynasty, bro. That's a challenge for sure.
So we keep only 11. So we can't keep a whole roster. We want to keep 11. So now, if we got 12, we got to sit here and be like, okay, are we
Yep.
gonna are we gonna lose him for nothing or try to trade him for something?
You got to at that point. You got to cut the and I'm gonna take what I can get for the future, and then roll with
Hmm.
what I got here now, and take what I can get.
And
Yeah, for
that's why
sure.
we love it that way because it make it hard. Instead of people getting their whole roster, that's not
Yep.
really doing anything. There is more than just a rookie draft. You still got studs that's out there because people can't keep everybody. So you
Exactly.
still got studs.
Yeah, that's making you work for it, bro. It's easy.
Yeah, we make it work.
It's easy stacking dynasty teams for like 8 or 9 years with guys that you love and keeping them all.
And keep
Obviously,
them all.
I
Hmm.
love that, but it's tough to it's tough when you got to cut those guys and just work with a few.
Or you got 11 guys, and if you got Jettas and all these guys, yeah, you can keep them for the long haul. But you
Yep.
sitting here with all them things. Let's say you got Brock Bowers in the rookie draft, and you still got Laporta.
Yep.
You gotta make a decision. Do you want to keep 2 tight ends?
Right.
Do you want to
True.
trade one? Do you want to let one go for nothing? Which that ain't an option.
No, definitely.
That's
Damn
not an
sure it's
option.
not. Yeah, you got to move them then.
So you gotta
That's what
move them
dynasty.
unless you keep both of them. That means you gotta lose out on one of your running wide receivers or a
Yep.
running back.
I feel like so much of dynasty is just being in tune with what you need to do. Like it's just like it's basically being a real GM. You're a GM. You got to run the show, and you got to be active. You got to like send requests. You got to like try to talk to people. Try to see play the matchups all year. Who's got a good schedule? Who's got this? Who do I want to go after? Who's a buy low candidate?
Hmm.
Right. I mean, right now, Quinton, Judkins was looking really good. Per play, had a mean stiff arm. You were watching the game. He was out there.
Boy,
10 for 61. He's obviously way better than anybody who's behind him right now.
I do like Dylan Sampson though.
Yeah, I like Sampson too, but he's been averaging like 2 yards a carry. He hasn't
that's
really
the
looked
problem.
that good.
I did like Sampson though.
Yeah, I do too. I liked him in Tennessee a whole lot,
I did too.
But I'm a Judkins guy. Like, yeah, obviously, whatever off the field, whatever. I don't know, but on the field the whole way. Ole Miss his freshman year, just tearing up the SEC,
Talented.
And then the next year tearing it up, and then wins a championship. Just he can run through anything. So like Judkins is a guy where I'm like, hey, look, I'm putting the feelers out there. If you don't want Judkins, I'll gladly take him off your hands right now.
And somebody can't let you have him, didn't you?
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm trying. I got him up the stairs right now, man. You got to buy low. That's the art of the buy low.
And see what I like about Dynasty too is some guys, like there's one guy I would not do business with him ever again, because when I talk with him, you can't just send him a message. He like to try to call you and this and that. He be like, hey man, I need 3 of this for that. What?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, he did. But his excuse is, well, he's only 23. I said that ain't nothing to do with me.
Right.
I said you gotta understand your value for people. Some people's value is too skyrocket. Like for example, like you said with Judkins, right? They think, oh, well, Judkins second round pick. He's only 21. But I said, yeah, but he hasn't done anything. So why would I give you anything with value, like real value?
Right.
He's maybe a third.
Because then you could convince a guy to give him to you for very little right now because they haven't seen it and he had all his problems. You're like, he's got potential and you don't have to pay a whole lot.
Exactly. I may give you a third at best.
Yeah, if you can get him for that, that's easy money for the future and probably soon.
Dude, I might even while we playing, while we get off here, I just might go look. While we playing,
bro. Yeah, I mean, efficiency wise, he was really nice. And then Stefanski was talking after the game, and he was kind of saying, yeah, he looks like he's ready to get more. So you're like, all right, so he only played like 30. So I think he had a mean stiff arm on somebody too. He dropped somebody bad, yeah, he's a bad man. He's a hell of a player.
Yeah, I might go take a look at that. Now, one more thing.
Let's go.
Well, you got me thinking hard.
Yes,
might go buy a little for real. Shoot.
Yeah.
I'll be like, I'll give you a second, but you gotta give me Judkins in a third. I'll give you a second, but you gotta give me a
third.
Bro,
I've done that so many times. I'm like, I'll throw him a second, but let me add like a 3 and a 4, or a 3 or a 4, whatever you can get.
I can't. If I'm gonna give you the high second, you gotta give me something in the back with that. Yeah. I'm taking a risk at this point. You got
to squeeze all the juice out of the lemon.
Yeah, I'm assuming the risk, so I don't know if this player gonna be good or not. This ain't no proven player.
Right, for sure.
So if I'm gonna give you a second, yeah, I'll do that, but you gotta throw something back on the back. One more thing, then we go get up out of here if you want to. Quentin Johnston, is he turning the corner?
I'm not buying him.
I can't right now.
I've seen too many drops. They haunt my dreams. But I like what he's doing, and I'll root for him because, like, man, I feel so bad after so many years of just being like a joke after like so many bad drops. And he works hard, and he seems like a good guy. So like ultimately, like I'll root for this guy, but I've just seen too many drops where I'm like, dude, I could have caught that blindfolded. Like, what is happening out there?
Bro, I'm thinking about, because I thought about buying him, but I'm like, I don't know if I don't want to touch it because I've seen 2 games and then 3 years.
Yeah. Yeah. The sample size isn't enough for me to be like, yeah, I'm buying him. And they got Ladd there. They got Keenan Allen, and they're in an offense that has a couple running backs that they want to feed too. So and they got Trey Harris. Obviously, they got Trey Harris too.
I don't be sick if he mess around and go off though, because I was thinking hard, but I'll be sick. He messed around for one of them years where I should have went on and got him, but I think I can live with that though. I'm at that's our fantasy. It's something I live with it too. You gotta live with those too. You be like, dang,
you have to. You can't be afraid to make moves. You got to be able to live with it after the fact. What can you do? You got no choice. You're basically gambling on these dudes. You're like, I'm going to bank on this. It doesn't always go down like that, but you got to stick to your.
That's true, man. You be thinking about now. You my head on Judkins right now, man. My head.
It's a good time, bro. He looks good. He looks like he's ready to get to work.
You didn't mess my head. Yeah, I gotta go do some. I gotta do some talking.
All right, man.
All right, man. Look, if I have a spot open to you, would you want to join in on one of Dynasties if I get a spot open?
Yeah, man. Hit me up anytime. I'm always down, man. I'm in a bunch of leagues, so yeah.
For sure, but I appreciate you.
Yeah, I got you. I appreciate you too, man. It was great talking to you.
Same, man. Same.
All right, bro. Have a great night.
Take it easy. You too.